Next, I have another book in my collection, which is 1984 by George Orwell, which was his last book before he passed away. And I haven't read this book yet. I've only read a little bit of it, and it's pretty interesting. And again, I read this book in high school, and it's pretty interesting. Dystopian futures and all that, just like Giver. It's pretty cool. It interests me. Next is a book that I just recently finished last month, which is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Now, this is one of Billie Joe Armstrong's favorite books, and if you guys don't know who Billie Joe Armstrong is, he's the lead singer of Green Day, and I got into this book. And honestly, this book I can relate to, because it's such a good book. If you haven't read it, go read it. I highly recommend it. Next, we have a book that was recommended by PewDiePie, but sadly he didn't really like it all that much, which is Fahrenheit 451, or 451, however you want to call it, or 451, whatever. Anyways, the story behind this book is like there's books being burned and all that stuff, and yeah, PewDiePie, when he talked about this book last year, or couple weeks ago or something like that, he just said he didn't like it, which I have to read for myself to see if I like it or not. But yeah, Fahrenheit 451. So, yeah. Next, we have a book that I read in high school. Another one, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I really did like this book because, in a way, it just, like, I like these kind of stories. You know, they're nice, heartwarming, they got a nice ending to them. It's just really nice. But of course, I'm giving too much away. I'll wait for the review for that. But it's a good book. If you haven't read it, or watched the movie, go watch the movie or read the book, because they're both pretty good. Next is a book I got a few Christmases ago by one of my brother's girlfriends, which is The Grim Legacy. I haven't read much of this, so I don't really remember it much. I'm going to have to go back and read it again, but it's pretty interesting. Reminds me of like fantasy books. It is a fantasy book. What am I talking about? But yeah, I'm going to have to go back and read this because I don't remember it one bit. But yeah. And we have two more books left, which are Stephen King books. The first Stephen King book I ever got was Christine. And I recently watched this movie on Blu-ray on my PS4, and honestly, it's pretty interesting. I like the movie, but the book, as you can see, it's very long. It's like, how many pages? Like 700 pages? Yeah, almost 700 pages. 700 plus pages, guys. That's nuts. But hopefully I can get a review of this out for you guys. So, yeah. And finally, one of Stephen King's all-time novels, which is a big one. It is It. I don't know how I'm gonna hold this, but but yeah, I started reading some of this, and I'm just like, this is how big the book is. Like, that's how big it is. It's about 1,000 plus pages, and I have no idea how I'm gonna read all of this, but yeah, this book goes into great detail about Derry, Maine, and all the stuff. I didn't read all the way through the book yet, but I'm willing to. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that does it for my book collection video. I might get more in the future, who knows, but as things become digital nowadays, it's hard to come by books like this, like paperback books. Dude. Anyways, yeah, paperback books are hard to come by nowadays with the digital age coming and going and all that stuff. But anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys later. Bye.